Welcome everybody, as tractorchute here, and what would this day be without the finishing game of Silver League Superheroes? Should be a doozer today. In the upper left hand corner, being played by the Red Terran, it is Haber. Haber will be playing as the Red Terran. As the Blue Terran, it will be the man Firewalker playing for Team Copper. A little bit of TVT action on Belshire Vestige. Not too shabby. Looking at the APM, let's make sure we're in Silver League Superheroes. Whoa, Firewalker's going out, boys. Look at this, 83. Not pissing around. Maybe he's looking to graduate from Silver League Superheroes. Who knows? But his opponent, Haber, he's quite comfy there. Take a look at the good old proto tab. You will see it does look like the standard wall off going down for Firewalker. Same thing happening at the other end. And it does look like that Haber's a little bit quicker though. So not too shabby. He's looking a little bit quick today, I do believe. Is he? Yeah, a tiny bit by about a split second or so. But either way, we are going to see. Should we see some scouting in this game? We will see some scouting. Haber's going to move himself across that map there with that nice little SCV. In the meantime there, Firewalker, he's going to start to finish that wall off here by getting himself down a barracks, I would have to imagine. Hey, he does have gas first. Very interesting. So we are going gas first. So leads me to believe we could see a little bit of Reaper action or maybe a quick reactor. Or he could just be wanting gas first because he likes gas. Who knows? There's another barracks going down the other end for Haber. But Haber, in the meantime, does have the first scout off here, so he will get the first little bit of intel. He needs to get down there fairly quickly, or he won't have enough time to get through that little tiny hole, which is still remaining there. What's going to happen, my good man? He is moving himself slowly in there, and yes, he will easily get in there. So Haber's going to get in, and what he wants to do here is he wants to basically, first of all, see gas. He wants to see how many are working on the gas. And, oh, wow. Firewalker pulling everybody off the line for that. Not too sure why, since there's nothing else to scout over there. He's seen what he needs to see. Now, whether or not Haber could take that intel, because usually if you have 2 to 3 mining off that gas and it's that early and the barracks still isn't done, you got to think something's coming. A little bit of early pressure, but that's not necessarily always the case by no means. I mean, Firewalker could look to build himself maybe a reactor and start spitting a few Marines out nice and early so he can expand. Well, there's the reactor to start anyways. So we'll soon find out. The early reactor did go down, as that is usually what happens with the early gas, or even a tech lab sometimes to get the early stim back. But either way, orbital command go down for Haber, so he's looking pretty good. He has 3 on his gas and has the 1 Marine on the field here, 1 standing SCV. So not too shabby so far. I do not believe, no, there is no orbital command down the other end here. And we are actually going with a second barracks right away, so very well done by Firewalker. In the meantime, Haber he's looking to expand. So he's going to look to expand nice and early, which I don't recommend when you see the gas that early. But either way, I mean, like I say, early gas doesn't usually mean too much. Especially in the lower level leagues. Well, actually more in the lower level leagues, I would say, but only because you see more cheese. So who knows? We could be getting some cheese coming from the other end. Wow, 3. So we're going 3 barracks, and what are we going to? Yes, it is going to be Reapers. It is going to be good old Reapers there. So this might be a bit of trouble for Haber, especially since he's got the early expo down, and we have 3 barracks coming out of Firewalker. He's going to be able to pump those Reapers left, right, and center, especially since one of them is sitting on a reactor. Mule drops for Haber, so he's doing pretty good down there. He's getting the second gas out, but needs to get a second barracks out. He's only working on 1 barracks right now, or at least get a bunker down somewhere, but at the same time, it's still going to be tough to deal with the Reapers, depending on how many Firewalker puts down. He might not be looking to push hard with the Reapers, but since he is spitting them out of both the barracks, it does lead me to believe he is going to accumulate maybe 2 or 3 before he heads down there, or maybe even 4 or 5. It really depends on how comfortable he is with a Reaper rush. So there we go. We are getting the Marine down there. We are at the 5-minute mark, so his timing isn't overly great, but it's not bad at all. Actually, that timing isn't too bad. I will say that. Could be a little bit earlier, depending on how he handled it. The 3rd barracks maybe wasn't too necessary, but at the same time, it's still fairly decent timing on it. I will say that. So we will sit at the Naka Tower, so you'll be able to at least cover the middle of the map. The expansion is fully up now, so we'll just look to saturate that. And here goes our production building. So very well done by Haber. Has a factory going down, has 3 barracks altogether now. Or we'll have 3 barracks altogether in a little bit here. In the meantime, Firewalker, let's see what his number is. He's got 4 so far, so he's accumulating a fair bit. Put a tech lab on 1, so very smart. So that way, if this does fail, he can still upgrade, or he can back out of it and go right into a Marine Marauder type build. So here he goes. He is electing to go with the 4 Reapers, so he's going to look to put a little bit of pressure on his opponent. In the meantime, the opponent does have himself a couple Marines out at the other end, so nothing overly special. Take a look at the units tab. There we are, 5 altogether. So 5 Marines to the 4 Reapers. So it's going to depend who has the better micro, in all honesty, and how frustrated Haber ends up getting here, if he gets frustrated at all. It's really going to depend on how he handles this. There's the spy depot going on the very outside, and has a second one queued up as well here. Does look like Firewalker is sending down the supporting units, and here he goes. He's going to try this out. Let's see how this is going to work for him. And he's going to put that pressure on. We'll see the SCV and the mule in the back there. And we'll take out the SCV right away there. Does take the mule out right away. So now his opponent knows what's there, but he's attacking this. Oh, don't come down that ramp because that'll put you out of position. So very good position there by those Marines. So very smart by Haber. He's sitting in the perfect position. We'll start melting away. Oh, bad jump. Loses 2. Loses 3. Very well done by Haber. Firewalker in a little bit of trouble. This might not work out for him, but has a few supporting ones coming down the map. Like I say, with those early 3 barracks, this is where the advantage is going to come to Firewalker if he continues through with these Reapers here. And he is getting pressured right outside here, so all these Reapers will need to reaccumulate themselves as they are down to 1 down here, and I do believe 3 more coming, and they are going to work. Do take out the 1 Marine at the front entrance. There's 3 Reapers on the map, so 3 Reapers are down the other end of the map. They're going to continue just so many buildings, forcing Haber to go around in circles here. Now he's going to go to work on all those SCVs, or at least kill off as many as he can, really forcing a lot of micro out of Haber. Haber finally flying off some of his buildings so he can kind of clear up the area so he can get back and forth a little bit quicker than what he was. And there we go. Firewalker continuing to put this pressure on. He's doing a fairly decent job. Don't see any supporting ones. Do see one standing out there, but either way, he's focusing on the micro up at the base here. And he's just going to work here. Marines finally get in position, finally trap them, or it does look like they are trapped a little bit, but not quite. Reapers more in a pain in the ass. Of course, they do regenerate as well, so that does make it even more painful. So they do end up, or more painful to deal with. So they end up retreating out of there, back to their good buddy who's standing out here. This is the head Reaper. He's like, you guys did a damn good job. Let me stand in front because that's where the head Reaper stands. So he's going to get in there right away. They're going to go to work on that command center. He has to lift it off. They stand underneath it. Very good positioning by the Reapers, I will say that. Down the other end, we are expanding at the same time. So expanding off of this attack is absolutely brilliant, especially in the lower level leagues. This leads me to believe that Firewalker might be advancing from Silver League superheroes very soon, but now he's got all his Marines on the lower ground. This is going to enable a little bit more time for Firewalker to get up there and go to work. Oh, nobody's mining! No! No, what are you doing, Haber? Haber didn't realize he wasn't mining. He was just standing there the whole time. But he does have a very high mineral count, so I don't think that's going to kill him in the end. Maybe turn. You have him surrounded, buddy. He's not turning on the... I'm surprised he didn't turn with the SCVs, but he's actually trying to transfer him, maybe? Not too sure what he's doing with them, but either way, the Marines are going to go to work. Or the SCVs, sorry. I'm not too sure what he's doing with the SCVs. As they're standing there, even the Medevac is going to fall around the Reapers for some reason here. He needs to get these guys back to work here. Does have a Widowmine. There's the Widowmine splash damage. Actually took out one of his SCVs too. So this isn't going to go overly well. Running them back here, trying to get back to mining here. Reapers are continuing to put the pressure on here. They're all standing around. There's another Widowmine. Needs to get that one buried right there. And will he get it buried in time? He moves it into the Reapers there, does get it buried down, so now Firewalker knows exactly where that is, so he will be ready for it. He'll try and stay in the outskirts of it, goes back to work on the middle line, will stand back there. The Marines are trying to chase him out of here. Reapers can be so annoying, especially when you have such a big base that you can run around in here, and they're just trying to really just devastate Haber, and Haber is not dealing with this overly well, really having a lot of troubles. Maybe should have got everybody down here and landed this and maybe elected to go with this base. That way you can at least fend it off with the Marines, because those Reapers would take forever to take out your buildings, and just leave the Widowmines up there to deal with that. But either way, in the meantime here, it does look like our good man Firewalker has himself up to 12 Marines, 2 Marauders, and the 2 Reapers. But now he's loading up. He's got 6 Marines in there. So he's looking to at least chase them around and drop right on top of the Reapers, which isn't a bad idea. It does end up losing one of them there, but at the same time, we're down to 1 Reaper now, and that pretty much has thwarted that. Thwarted. That's a new word. Thwarted that. So that ends up taking out all that. We do have the supply depot over here standing SCV caught in behind it. Doesn't want to mine anymore. He's pretty much had enough of that mining. That's horseshit. Who needs the mine, right? Apparently, he thinks all his units will become free. No, he is actually going to go back to mining there. There's the mule drop. So very well done, Haber. You actually did fend it off, but at the same time, now you're in a lot of trouble. There's a lot of units coming your way, so it does look like Firewalker is going to push hard. Even has another Reaper there. I don't know. That's the same Reaper, actually. So that's the same Reaper. He just got full health now, so they look a little bit different. They're going to move across the map. At the same time there, he has standing up there with the Widowmine, so depending on how that Widowmine gets in there, will really determine how this is going to go. Really needs to put it out maybe closer to the middle, but we'll soon find out. Is Firewalker going to walk into it? It will be very, very close. Oh, it took out the Reaper. It took out the least effective unit. That's not good at all. And he's just going to push hard. Moves all the Marines in there. The sacrificial Marines now. He says, get in there. Kill yourself, because you're not doing me any good. Orbital was going down. He does cancel the orbital, but of course he's got enough Marines there to hopefully finish this off, or we'll be very, very close. Is he actually going to do so? Does get the scan up top there, so realizes that there is another Widowmine up there, and doesn't quite end up killing the command center, but at the same time there, we'll get rid of the second The second Widowmine, not quite. Needs to get another scale. Oh, took a little bit of damage from that one there. That didn't go overly well, but at the same time, Haber cannot fend this off here. Haber says GG, so my congrats to you, Firewalker. My condolences to you, Haber. I leave you with this. If Firewalker's ever playing you, and he brings down the Reapers, make sure you pay your bills on time. You be good. Don't hurt nobody. Peace.